say living life is free, I'll have to deny, 'cause every day I pay the price.
Those who think that they will say what they truly believe once they are safe and secure are fools. It is a lesson I was hearing about from Jordan Peterson, and it's pretty interesting timing and an interesting subject, because just last podcast I was talking about how my views are going to change, but I wasn't able to say what they are, and guess what? That's what this podcast is about. Yep, I'm going to be going over what I truly believe and think. So welcome to the complicated but kind of simple podcast. I'm here again and got another video for y'all. This one, I don't think I knew I was even ready to make it before, but I guess I was, just never really had thought of it. And I'm really happy that I got this idea. So yeah, let's jump right into it. And I'm gonna make a point that not all of these are gonna be able to be explained. These are definitely gonna be general ideas. These are general thoughts. This is just where I stand on a certain subject, and it's not going to be inclusive of every subject, and I'm not going to be able to explain myself fully, and I don't expect to, and I hope you don't expect me to. Rather, it's more about making sure that it's clear where I stand, because truly I think that I try to be fair, and yeah, I think it's fair to everyone else that y'all know what I think. So let's get started. First of all, there's a few that I'm not going to be speaking over too much. Foreign policy. I do not know a lot about foreign policy when it comes to what we do in other places and what our history is, how we act, how we should act. Yeah, I am not that person. I am not that guy. So, yeah. And then how to elect people. I think people maybe want to change that a little bit, tweak it. I definitely don't have the answers on that one. I think maybe there should be change, but I haven't looked into that enough. And I also don't know how to properly motivate the government. Those are three things that, off of the top of my head, I am not sure about. And by motivation, I mean make a government just more effective. So, now that we got the ones that I have no idea about out of the way, let's get started into the ones I do. So, universal income, I disagree with that completely. Unless there's robots making food for us and making and sustaining us, I do not think that we are going to need that at all. And then I think, and again, these are going to just be rattled off. I'm going to try to, maybe a little bit of explanation. I think women should marry young, and it's personally for their own benefit, not just for women, though. It's also for men, so it benefits both parties. But I think people should be getting married much younger, and I think that it's going to be not only beneficial for society, but the individuals themselves. I think all drugs should be legal, and I think that they should be monitored. So if you do have a problem, there should be a healthy way for you to go get help with your drug addiction and hopefully get you off of it. You're gonna have to excuse if I'm mumbling a little bit, just because for some reason I've just been out of breath, and maybe I'm just a little nervous about it. I think that the government should be regulating online free speech with huge companies. I think that when a company is able to have a really significant amount, and I don't know how to measure that amount with the election process, that if you have that reach with so many people now, that there should be rules to be, you need to have a free speech section, or we need to fund it as people, or something needs to go on, or we can't just have companies appearing that they're bipartisan or just influencing elections to that point, because I don't agree that you should be able to pay as much as you want, and you shouldn't be able to influence as much as you want with helping a certain party and making the other one seem bad or good with not even misinformation, just in general, because there's just so much data and so readily available to get to people that, no, I think that, you should, there needs to be some regulation there. Something needs to change with that. I think the drinking age should be 18, and to smoke cigarettes should be 18. I think for marijuana, I think it should be 22. I'm not condoning any of these, but I think if you are able to go to war, you should be able to drink and smoke. I think that we should help people with mental illnesses and find ways to give them free help, because they can't help themselves because they're literally mentally ill. And I think that they should be able to be truly helped, and not just this cycle where they come in, they go out, and they just aren't really truly helped. Rather, they're kind of just helped until the budget falls out, and then once the budget goes away, no more help for them. Yeah, I can't agree with that. So I think people that are like mentally ill need to have funding for them. And I don't know how to test that. Again, this is just a general thought. Okay, I believe that nature is over nurture when it comes to people. I think there's nature, nurture, and conscientiousness, and that we should acknowledge that nature has a bigger part than nurture, but it doesn't mean that nurture can't affect people as much, and your surroundings don't matter. That's not what I'm saying, and I'm not saying either makes you. I'm saying they make a big part of you. If you're trans or you're gay, I could not care less. If you're trans, I don't believe that you should be giving hormone replacement to kids, even if they say, and that you should definitely not do any surgeries unless like it's somehow vital to like they're literally gonna die like within like 5 minutes. That's totally different. But I don't think there's any cases like that. They're like so life-threatening. So no, I don't care if you go and do your thing, go live your life. If you want to get married, go get married. If you want to just be happy. But you need to be an adult to make that decision. I think America isn't racist. And if anyone is, it's going to be more the left side of the political party. I think that they like to pander a lot. If America is racist in any way, it's going to be in the sense of they killed the black family, and that fathers don't matter and mothers are left alone. And because of a black family has fallen, black people have been hurt. And I think it's pretty clear to see that evidence. I think that the rich need to be taxed correctly. So if it can't just be that you're able to get loans and get income coming in without being taxed, and that you're able to like give a certain amount of money to your kids without getting taxed, and income doesn't need to be taxed, and you're able to like write off yourself as like an employee for a company or corporation. Like, there needs to be changes. You can't just send your money to another country and not get it taxed here. No. So there definitely needs to be a change in that. I don't care how it happens or affects. I don't mind people being good at this economical game. I do have a problem with people abusing it. And I think on some level the rich do. And it's our job as people to keep checking them to make it fair for them and us, and so that people are still able to go up and down the socio-economical ladder fairly. I think that I don't know what I put over here. Okay, so I'm just gonna solar, so renewable energy. Yeah, I think that we should be working towards renewable energy, whether global warming, whether you believe in that or not. I really don't care. I think it's more about finding sustainable ways to live life when it comes to actual energy. And then for resources, I think we can get that through space somehow if we get big enough and successful enough. If about prostitution, I think it should be legal. I don't think there should be like legal brothels that are like sanitary and healthy and people aren't getting pimped out. So people that are getting trafficked can be like, you know, a lot safer, and hopefully these people cannot be trafficked and there's not going to be such a high market for that. That's horrible. As for I have no idea about the age, not sure about when you can start doing that. And then as for religion and God, do I think about him being existing in some way? Yeah, I think it's pretty likely. If not, I mean, I don't really care about the simulation theory or the theory about the Big Bang, like whatever you want to call it, it's life. So, you know, whatever you want to call it, it's cool. Go live your life. I think they're all equally valid, to be honest. I think marriage should be made so that it's incentivized and to stay married, not just, you know, get married and then leave or have kids. No, we need marriages to be incentivized, not just through like laws, but like culture. And I don't know the proper way to do this, but I think that we're better off as a society progressing for everyone's own benefit this way. As for abortions, I think that on the regular, no. But as for like rape victims, I don't know if I can say that word without getting demonetized, but I don't care in this video. Yes, of course, you know, if you don't want that kid, completely understand. But just for like regular people with oopsies, nope. I don't think that's fair to that kid. And I think it is another person in the body of that woman's body. And honestly, as for the time, like I have no idea when it's like justifiable. Like not there yet in my research and knowledge. As for birth control, yeah, I think that I like the idea of like people having that right, and I like that it, like, you know, it's like helped women in many ways, but I also think it hurts not only society but more so women. It hurts their own like options and like mental status, and it hurts their own bodies because I think their bodies get affected by birth control. And I think that it's truly less beneficial than it seems beneficial just because you can have a lot of sex and not get pregnant. No, I don't think sex has no consequences. I do not think college is for everyone. That doesn't mean I don't think anyone can't go to college, but I think that there should be a certain bar, and I don't think people should be incentivized to go to college, and I don't think we should pay for college because that seems silly to me. And I think you need to find a way to make your own way if you truly want to go. I think if you can't do it while you're younger, you might have to make money when you're older, but no, I don't think the government should be paying for that. I think that immigration should have closed borders rather than open ones, and I think that we need to close them off and have much more assimilation and have everyone like truly assimilate their culture and not just have it and then have many pockets of it. I think that true assimilation is great because we want to show how our fundamental American values, and I know there's bad ones, but I'm saying that there's core ones that I truly do believe that are good for society and that have progressed us in ways. I think that and less appropriation talk. If you have a problem with cultural appropriation, I think you're completely in the wrong, and I'm sorry for you. But yeah, no, that's not how that works. assimilation needs to happen, at least with a certain amount of values. And I don't know how to do that. Maybe just promotion, maybe school. I don't know. Better school. I think food needs to be fixed. I think there needs to be much more smaller markets, and there needs to be a way for like smaller companies and much healthier options to be exercised. And that I also think that people vote much more with their money than their actual vote. So if you pay for something, that's going to be a bigger vote. And I understand on a certain level we've gotten to the point where you almost can't buy other things, but maybe you need to start that and go out and do it. So I think that, and this isn't all just for the government. A lot of these issues, people and societies, like, we need to do something about it. I think real sex ed education. So when I went through school about sex ed education, I think it was mainly about STDs, and there wasn't actual conversations about like genuine like conversations over not just what sex is, but how it leads up to it, the emotions people experience, the damage that can be done, because sex is not like something without harm, and that how like permission truly works, and how like people are vulnerable. And I think that should be much more standard, and not just you put it in and out and you can get STDs, wear a condom. Yeah, I'm not agreeing with that. For Neuralink, I have no idea how I feel about that. Probably inevitable, but I just don't know if it's good or bad. What else? These ones are annoying that I have to state these, but for people that are just, I don't know. I'm not even gonna just worry about them right now because this video is long enough. But no, I don't believe in sexism. No, I don't believe in racism. And no, I don't believe in slavery. I'm just gonna list those out there for the people who are basic AF. And really, if you don't state it for them, they're gonna be like, oh, well, you never said it. So I don't really believe in sexing before marriage, but I think you should be able to do pretty much anything else. But I think it truly affects women negatively. Do I think we should really stop women from doing that? I don't really have the answer on that. Probably not. But also, there needs to be a way to really explain the harm of it to our society, because I think there is a big harm, but I think there's a lot of benefits too, I think that men should stop playing on video games and stop spending so much time on them. There needs to be like an active movement for us to be like men and not just like guys that are just walking around and boys. I think there needs to be a better way to fix the economy, having better jobs. I don't really know how to do that at all, but obviously it's not going 100% right. Not necessarily less, but just better government. I have no idea how to do that, but that's what I believe in. And the last thing that I'm going to talk about is I think that people should focus much more on themselves than they should focus on others. I think you need to be able to work on your problems every day continually and make sure you're living for like fruitful values. And I understand that if it takes time to get there, but I think that should be a main rule in life, that before you start focusing and prodding at others, that you should definitely be looking at yourself to see what you are doing wrong. Because if you don't, then I think a lot of issues happen. Anyways, so that is a general encompassing thing over I'm out of breath. Thing over all my values. And if you disagree, agree, if you have any questions about values that I may have so I can address them in another video, just anything over the subject at hand, please ask in the comments. Please, if you have an opinion over them, please mention it. I'd love to hear it. Maybe an article or two over where you get your ideas from. I hope you truly consider my ideas as they have values, because I will do the same for yours. Although I do this for myself in a way that hopefully gives back to you, because I do it for myself. And yeah, I think that is going to be the video. I know I didn't get every idea ever, but that's a lot of them. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like. If you didn't, dislike. Leave a comment. Subscribe if you enjoy the channel. I was planning to do a silly one today, but this one came up and it seems so important. So, hey, it is what it is. Hopefully I'll do a silly one next time. Funny video. And yeah, catch you guys later. Cheers.